Alrighty, boys, how you doing? So, take two. We're gonna do a tier list of every major character in Persona 3, 4, and 5. For context, boys, I played through Persona 3, 4, 3 and 4 on stream, specifically Fez and Golden. Then I played through 5 3 times. Actually, no, 4 times because I've done Royal twice and Vanilla twice. And obviously Crash playing through 5 now, so I'll try to be light on spoilers. So this is every major character that appears in throughout the series and multiple different versions of the games. So the only one I haven't actually played is Persona 3 Portable. So there is gonna be some characters like the first one here that I don't know. So I think we'll make a row below, and we'll just say Portable. Spelled that wrong, didn't I? Let's put a question mark there, and we'll make it grey because I don't want to rank them in a low. I don't want to put actual ranking on them because I don't actually know. I've not played through. So she's from Persona 3 Portable in the Fem route, which I've not played before, so I'm not quite sure. But anyway, so here's Izanagi, who is the main bad guy in Persona 4. Good bad guy. A little on the way I'm a fallen god and I want to wipe everyone out, you know? So I can only put him in B. B or C. Put him in B. Good bad guy. Who have we got here? I don't actually know that character. Right, so for context as well, I played Persona Golden quite a lot. Persona 4, sorry, it's my favourite game ever. But the social links I haven't followed. Don't know. Who are you? Don't know. Who are you? This is getting off to a great start. Don't know. Who are you? Don't know. Great start. That's the male equivalent if you're the female MC of the Elizabeth. Theodore, I think his name is. Theodore's a good boy. Put Theodore in A. I've seen a bit of Theodore in other Persona media and stuff. Right, this is the wee boy that you tutor. For the life of me, I cannot remember his name. His character's okay. He's got an okay sort of social link, but it's not one that I'm always rushing to do. So I'm probably gonna put him in C. He's fine. Character who looks a lot like Yukiko, but it's not Yukiko. Is it Yukiko? I don't know, because I know Yukiko appears as a. Gotta close that down. She appears in Persona 3 Portable. Anyway, so. Right, anyway, so we have. Oh, forget her name, but she's the drama student, isn't she? I always stuck her because I always chose drama because I prefer drama as a class. But I remember I should get. There's a choice. She's actually got a good story. It's about she's got a sick dad who she's blaming for, not being around, stuff like that. And it's a good sort of story, but there's an option where she's crying in the hospital about her dad, and the option is either you stand there, look at her, you go, you get him, champ, or you go up and give her a hug. I didn't know that giving her a hug is actively the choice to start a relationship. So I actually wanted into a relationship with this character in my first ever Persona playthrough, but she's got a good story. Put her in C. She's good. She's not me. Ryuji, right? Your best pal in Persona 5. Pretty class. I like Ryuji. Put him in A. I don't have. Will I put him in S? Put him in A. Yeah. Morgana. Both forms of Morgana. I like Morgana. Morgana is a good sort of party member. Only thing is that bastard cat. Right. What we'll do is we'll put that bastard cat tells you constantly in Persona 5 Vanilla. Oh, you can't go out tonight. It's probably not a good idea. You should rest up, even though I've got no reason to rest up or whatever. But they're a really good party member. I really like them in the relationship with the rest of them, so I'm gonna put them in B. They might go up to A. I'll trade Morgana for Theodore. Anne is fucking great as well. You're gonna hear us a lot because I actually like a lot of the party members from all the Persona games. I don't think a lot of the ones in 3, 4, and 5 have a bad party member. But Anne has a really good story. She's like a young model who is sick of people taking advantage of her and stuff like that. She's got a really good story about sort of reclaiming who she is and all that. It's very, very good, very sort of touching and stuff. She's got a really good, like, her story, well, with her best friend to try to commit suicide is really, really good. She's one of the better part members in Persona 5, so she's got to go skirting on the S to A tier. We'll put her in S tier for now. She might move down. Right, Yosuke. Big Matt Mercer himself. Yosuke's an art student that you meet whose teacher is taking advantage of him and sort of selling his work. You find this is a lot with Persona. It's all a lot of adults taking advantage of children in different ways. And the children having to like rise up as these rebels against society. So Yusuke's really good character, really good story about his mother painting this thing called the Sayuri, I think it is. So really good story. I put Yusuke in A. He's probably my... Right, that shows you how good the party is. The party in 5 are so good that Yosuke's probably my least favourite member of the group. But he's still an A, put it that way. Makoto's an S. Makoto starts off like this teacher's pet, kind of, but ends up she just really wants to uphold the law and stuff like that. And her dad was a cop who died in action. Her older sister's is like this lawyer who's like this trailblazer and stuff like that. And she's obviously got a strong sense of justice and stuff like that. And she ends up joining your group. And also she's got one of the coolest animations ever. Like, her persona is a motorcycle, and she fucking, like, as you're doing spells, she goes vroom vroom and like rides it. It's really fucking cool. But Makoto's also got a really cool sort of storyline. So I really Makoto, so S. Right, here's a real hot take. Haru, I felt, got the shaft in the original one because Haru's got a really cool story about her dad is this owns this restaurant chain. He's like this big like billionaire basically. And she's getting set up in an arranged marriage, and she's fighting back for control of her life. It's such a good story. She's so fucking good. But because you only get her for such a small book, basically you do her arc, and then you're into the final set of dungeons. Like, you don't get much time with her, but with Roy you get a lot more time with her. You see how she's, and the thing is, one thing I like about her, she loves gardening and all that, but see if you're in Mementos, she's a fucking psychopath. She loves to fight. But I really like Haru, so yeah, A as well. Futaba, the hacker from, or the neat hacker who you help try to, like, because she's stuck, her mum dies in what you think is a freak accident, ends up it's connected to overall plot Persona 5. And she's stayed in her room for years at this point, and you have to help her basically get used to society. She's a big fucking nerd. She's like your character's little sister because she's raised by Coffee Daddy. She's really cool. So put Futaba in A, S, I think. She's probably one of my favourite Persona 5 characters. Akechi, right? Major fucking spoilers. Major spoilers. Sketchy's a bit sketchy. Feeling that part of a crash. He's your sort of character's rival. Like, very Goku, Vegeta, that sort of relationship with your rival. Also, he's your rival's canon love interest. Gotta say that. Akechi as a rival, as a character, S tier. Fucking love Akechi. Lavenza, right? Lavenza has a similar issue as Haru. Lavenza only appears at the very end of the game. Pretty cool, but she's not got the same amount of charm that the twins do. So I'm gonna put Lavenza in B, and mention that the twins, who are the wardens of the prison, they are cool as fuck. They have a giant chainsaw for executing shadows. They beat the fuck out of you. They're two hard asses that run this prison full of fucking demons and shit like that. So automatically they're pretty cool. And they have a pretty fun story. So put the twins up in A tier. Now we have Nanako. Nanako is your little sister character from Persona 4. She's your cousin who you move in with and has a awkward relationship with her father. Mainly her father's away working all the time because he's a detective who's always trying to catch the big murder in Persona 4. And she's just left at home by herself. Nanako's such an emotional, sad story. And it takes all these turns and shit. And she's also the most adorable little character you've ever met in your life. So Nanako is in S tier. Speaking of S tier, Sojiro, Coffee Daddy, who starts off hates you. Absolutely hates you. That's the thing about Persona 5. So Persona 3 and 4, everyone's like, oh, Senpai, it's really good to meet you. It's really class. I'm blah, blah, blah. I'm really excited to, go on this adventure with you. I'm really excited. Everyone's lovely to you. Persona 5, everybody hates you. Everyone treats you like shit. But then everyone warms up to you and stuff. But Coffee Daddy is the coolest. Mad Shagger. Helps you, looks after, runs a coffee bit, a coffee shop. Coffee and curry, which I didn't think go together, but supposedly do. So, Sojiro, S tier. Fucking love Sojiro. I forgot his name. He's the owner of the gun shop, who is also has a history with the Yakuza, and has a really cool storyline about, like, once you start working with him, he's like, his past has come back to haunt him, and you're trying to help him through that, and he's also got to try to fix his relationship with his son, I think, and it's a really good storyline. I really like, the gun merchant, and, B. He's a good guy. Thing is, we're not going to see many bottom tier characters that I don't like. Like, I put these characters in question mark because I've actually forgot who they were, and I think they're in 3 Portable, which I've not played, so I can't really give my opinion, so it's not really fair. But we're not going to have many characters in very, very low tier. Actually, I've just realised I've not changed the... Let me have a look. Where's... Stream information. Let me just change this to, say, Persona 4. And change the title to ranking. No, that's yanking, I said. Ranking. Persona Pals, there we go. I'll also have to change that whenever I get to my next one, but we'll continue on. So, where were we last? So we put the gun shop guy in there. Sei, right. Sei's the lawyer, tries to help you. It ends up she's got her own palace, and Shadow Sei, I'm sure, was an attempted murder from Atlas to me. Sei is really fucking cool. I kind of wish they had... She joined the Phantom Thieves. She could do like this Mad Shadow form, then her big persona would be the big Berserk form. She'd be really fucking cool in Arena. I'm just saying that. If Atlas and what your BlazBlue boys called? What's their name? If they were making... Yeah, we'll go to the shops and get food. I'm just saying if they were making Persona 5 Arena, Sei would be a really cool character. We'll put her in A. I really like Sei. Ifumi, right. Fun fact, Ifumi was actually at one point going to be in the Phantom Thieves. She is a Shogo prodigy who you train with, and she teaches you some tactics and stuff. She's pretty fucking cool. Put her in A. I'd say I really like Ifumi. Right. Oya. Oya is it Oya? Is that her name? Say Ohya. She is a journalist who's chasing the Phantom Thieves. She also likes to drink and stuff. I'm not as hot on Oya. I just don't think her story is as good. Like, she's got some good points in it, but I'll probably put her in C. She's probably my least favourite of the adult it's called confidants in Persona. Or Persona 5. Then we have Dr. Tei Tekumi. As you can probably tell, I'm a bit biased in that one because hot goth doctor. Put her in A. Also, I really like her storyline, how she's she's this like disgraced doctor who's obviously selling you like stuff under the counter. But she's got a storyline how she like something maybe went wrong. I'm not gonna spoil it because people obviously are playing through it now. But I feel like the doctor's got a really good storyline, really good redemption arc, and also just a really cool character. I really like Tei Tekumi. Right, now we get, oh my god, I forgot a teacher's name, I forget her. I actually really like her one. I like she's just stressed with the life being a teacher, but she's also working as a maid. Now, I don't know what maid service is like, and this might, I don't know what it's like in Japan. I don't know what it's like over here. I don't know if it's like a cleaning service or like a servant service, or if it's like a fetish thing. I've got a horrible feeling it's maybe going towards a fetish thing, but she works as, I forget her name when she's a teacher, but Becky the maid. But I like her storyline. I don't like romancing her. I never like that. Don't like that at all. It feels a bit icky. Actually, all the adult confidants like romancing are icky, but especially because she's a teacher. But I go put her in. Go put her. I really like her, so I'll put her in B, and I'll put Becky in C, just for the. No, I'll put them together the same. Right, this Wayne, I have done his confidant thing once because I wanted the trophy for maxing out all confidants. C. He fucking annoys me. Right, now we have... Oh, what's his name? He's the one who's your best pal. Well, he thinks your best pal and he sets up the Phantom Thieves site. He can be a wee prick. How is his name disappeared from my head? Where's my phone? I need to figure out this wee guy's name. I have my phone on me. I don't anyway, but... Oh. Not management, so I must put him in C. Right, main character from Persona 3. So, in canon, it's called Makoto, I think? But, main character from Persona 3, all the main characters are blank canvases. They're meant to be just so you can put your own sort of personality on them. But I like that they've kind of been given personalities by the audience stuff, and obviously in adaptations you can need a given character. Like, for example, but Kami is just the nicest guy. Everyone loves him, and he's just the nicest guy. I like Makoto. Makoto's nice girl. He's very edgy, emo teen boy from the sort of mid 2000s, but then again, that's exactly what he's meant to be. Put him B. Dojima, the fucking big Uncle Dojima, the sheriff of Inaba, the absent father. I fucking love Dojima. Mainly not because he was also a lot of memes from my chat came from the fact that he's a terrible father. But I really like him. He's just sort of gruff detective, and he's just trying to solve murders and be a good dad at the same time. And obviously, isn't and to try, connect with his daughter after the loss of his wife. And obviously, he's not taking that well. I really like Dojima. Put him in. I'd say B. I really like. I don't know if I should move him up or down. I'll put him up. I'll put him in A. Put him in A tier. He's just lost out the best dad in the series to Sojiro, but it's a close one. If we could see these two fight or kiss, that'd be class, but unfortunately we cannot. The chairman, the main guy who runs the dorm in Persona 3. Massive spoilers alert. Massive spoiler alert, sorry. Shouldn't really trust him, but I feel like, again, we're talking about Persona 3 spoilers here. He sets off the emotions that come into the end of the game, but he disappears. I was expecting him to appear as another boss again. He kind of appears, has a big moment that causes a big shift in the... Like, basically, that's what kicks the final act into gear. It has this big dramatic reveal, and then just... I thought he disappeared. You know, like when a character, you think they die, but they kind of vanish or whatever. Like, for example, if a character falls off something, but you don't see them die, you always assume, oh, they're coming back. Or like if, like, say you're fighting, like in a game you're fighting someone and then like something falls between you don't see them die, you think, oh, he's gonna come back. He just doesn't come back. I assumed he'd pop in as this like, oh, this is my final form, and he was like half mutated or whatever, or he'd have like this mental personal power. No, he just doesn't turn up again. I feel like they missed a trick by having him appear again. But overall, he's a good bad guy. But I can't really put him in anything higher than. I'll move things around. I'll put him high C. What I'll do is I'll probably put him and use two together. I'll put use two probably in C. Because overall as bad guys, that you have the opposite. Like, see when he just hits his stride, he disappears, and you just appear right at the very end, and you can have the generic sort of yes, I will destroy everything sort of motivation. Right, now we have. I'm really bad for remembering names. Your old dad here, who is a politician who's trying to change things, and you end up working as his understudy. He's good. I put him in C. He's not my favourite of the adult ones, but he's got a good wee story. Now we've got the fortune teller. I like her. She's good as well, but I'll probably put her high C. Right, the way I'll work it is I'll put like my favourites at the end of the column. So there we go. So the fortune teller, she's good. She's got a good wee story, but she's not like my favorite. I don't think she's got as interesting a story as some of the other adult confidants. Akechi, not Akechi. Akechi, I'm looking at Akechi, fucking Adachi. Boys. So Adachi, spoiler alert, mass spoiler alert, he's a detective who is helping out, he's a young detective who's helping out Dojima. You become sort of close with him. He's a bit weird, he's a wee bit, he's from a big city, from rich parents, and he's like a bit resentful about being sent to the city. A small town, you know. Massive spoiler alert, if you're gonna play Persona 4, stop listening now. Akechi's a serial killer. And I fucking love that twist. Akechi, no, sorry, I'm saying Akechi. Adachi, the names are so similar. Adachi, I feel, is the best villain in the Persona series. Fucking hot take. Adachi is so fucking cool. Not in a good. I'm not saying like, oh, he's right. I mean, because he is a bit incel-y. He's a massive incel character. But I really like Adachi as a villain. He's a really good foil. He's very. It feels like he was promised this and promised that, he never got things. I feel like he was deserved everything, and he's just this spoiled rich. He's opposite of your guy, because your guy's meant to be this humble, nice, like shouldn't, and then he's this 30-something who never quite made it in his mind and is angry at the world and stuff, and now he's just been given this power, and while your character's like, oh mate, I've got a special power, I can summon weird gods and shit, right, I'm gonna save the world. Adachi's not. Adachi is selfish, he's a narcissist, and he's doing things because, well, and that's one of my favourite things. I just felt like the villain wasn't for because they're basically the only character without a social link. Aye. Apart from that, it's kind of obvious, but I also love that you turn around and go, well, why'd you do this? And he's like, well, because I wanted to. He's like, well, can't argue with that. I fucking love Adachi's fucking class. Golden S, he's a great villain. And also, he was a main eventer in Manlin's Mugen Fight Night Round 2. Right, so now we have this wee boy. Massive spoiler alerts. This wee boy who comes to you in your sleep is... I keep getting his name out. It's not Karen, it's not Kronos, it's... something like that. Something like that. Comes to you in your sleep. He's okay. He's okay. I like when he becomes his next form. He becomes like your best friend stuff, and you end up... Yeah, he's actually the spoiler for Persona 3. He's actually the connection that this dark god has to this world, and has got to come through and end everything. Right, so this one's hard, right? But he's a really cool character. I like his motivations. He fucks up Aigis in a fight, so he's losing points for that. Right, now we have... Oh, I forget her name. She is... Is she Yosuke's pal? No, sorry. Right, I'm getting confused. So it's Yosuke and Yusuke, Adachi and Akechi. I get very confused because these names are very similar. But in Persona 4, she's a girl that Yosuke fancies. But and she gets murdered. She's not got much of a character because she gets murdered straight away, basically. So D, I guess. But I feel bad put her in C. And this guy is who you think is this guy right here. He is a politician who has an affair with a woman. You actually hear that news story right at the start of Persona 4. And you think he's the killer. And you have this whole bit where you chase him down. And he has this mental breakdown. It ends up it's fucking with him. Good. Because, yeah, so he had an affair with... Spoiler. So he had an affair with a TV announcer. And then while she was getting like harassed by paparazzi, she had police protection. Being Adachi, and Adachi was like, hey, why don't you, I can't fancy him, why don't you? And then she turns him down, and then Adachi goes full incel, going like, well, fucking, you went with him, I know me, blah, 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 and then kills her. But he gets the blame for it, and he starts listening to it, because Adachi plays mind games with him, and then he ends up listening to TV, and he has a mental breakdown and stuff. But he's a good character. I'm going to put him in C. You don't actually get much time. I feel bad putting him, he gets a good sort of redemption arc, but I feel bad putting him that low down, but we don't have much time with him. Who's this character? Oh, it's... I forgot her name. Oh my god. Member of your party, red hair. Mitsuru. Mitsuru's dad. Mitsuru's dad's pretty cool. You only meet him 2 or 3 times in the game. But he's pretty good. He's got a whole connection to this, the not Mementos. What's it called? Tartarus, and he's pretty cool. I like him. But you don't actually get much time with him, so put him in high C. He's also got an eye patch, which automatically makes him cool as fuck. Speaking of incel characters, get him in D. Mainly because he's a weird, creepy incel that follows the girls around them and he kidnaps. He kills someone, but ends up he's a copycat killer. But his dungeon's fun. His dungeon is really fun. It's like it's called Void Quest. It's like got everyone sort of 3D. It looks very is it 3D dot game heroes, whatever it's called, or pixel hero, whatever it's called. Everyone looks at that sort of big 3D sort of pixel art. It's really fun. He's also got one of my favourite boss fights in Persona 4. Right, now we have I forget his name. King Moron, the teacher, D. Fun enough, who gets murdered by this boy. Spoiler alert. But if you're watching a tier maker list about every Persona character, well, you know. He's like your usual evil teacher antagonist, you know. He's so over the top, but I don't think he can. He's like a Roald Dahl character, you know. Right, now here we have Elizabeth, who might be one of my favourite, sorry, my nose is a bit itchy now. One of my favourite members of the sort of Velvet Room. She has a really fun story where she's just trying to learn about the world and stuff like that. She's also one of the most powerful characters in Persona 4 Arena. I put her neck and neck with, put her above Yosuke actually, about here. I really like her. How many have we got left? Oh, right, we better hurry up, boys. Right, now we have the teacher that's a bit horny towards the students and replaces King Moron in Persona 4. She's okay. I'll put her in D. She's a bit weird now. I think about it. She's very horny towards the students. Now we have all three members of Strega. The leader of Strega, I forget his name again. This is awful. I should have looked up names before I done this list. Leader of Strega, pretty cool. He's a really cool antagonist. Not quite as good as like Adachi or Akechi, actually. Got Akechi all the way up there. Adachi, sorry. He's not quite as cool as them. Actually, no. I'll put him high B. He's a really cool antagonist. I mean, he's got an evil cult of Persona users behind him. It's pretty cool. Then we have Jin. Jin, weird guy with a comb over and grenades. He's alright. He's not as cool. And we have, oh my god, I forgot her name as well. So she actually defects from Strega and actually starts having a wee bit of a love interest thing with one of your main characters. She's pretty cool. I like her, so put her in C, I'd say. No, put her above Jin. Put her neck and neck with the leader Strega. Igor, the Velvet Room host. Igor's cool. Put Igor in A. I like Igor. Got a lovely voice, so he does. Very bassy. Right, so this character used to be a bully. Oh my god. I'm terrible with names. How can I forget names? This is embarrassing, boys. I like our arc of becoming a bully and becoming friends with one of your main characters. Again, names are gone. This is so embarrassing. Right, the gym teacher from Persona 5, who is... Yeah. Bin. The bin is too good for him. But he's meant to be like a first arc villain. Yeah. It gets dark, like really dark in Persona 5, you know? Then we have Yusuke's teacher. But again, he's a good villain. It's not as dark as this man here, but he's kind of taking advantage of his students. So I'd probably put him in C. He's taking advantage of his students so he can become rich. He's stealing their artwork and selling it on his own. There we go. Now we have fucking Tweedledum here, who I think he's the principal of school who's in pocket with the bad guys at Persona 5. Yeah, again, he's a good antagonist, but you don't see him enough to really have to end with him. That's Haru's father. Again, good bad guy, but actually no, he's got one of the worst boss fights in all of Persona, so put him down here. I forgot about that. Right, now we have one of the main bad, like I say that, like main bad guys. I mean, this guy's the leader. He's this politician trying to take over. He's trying to take over Tokyo. He's fucking Such a good bag. He's got a big 3-tier boss fight. It's fucking cool. So put him in B. It's pretty cool. I like that. The Mafia boss, I love how slimy and overtly evil his character is. Put him in D. He's pretty good. Actually, no. Above King Moro and above the horny teacher. Put him above... yeah, there we go. Now we have Haru's... he's a semi-boss in Haru's dad's dungeon. This is Haru's... what do you call it? Set up marriage. Arranged marriage. And he's a prick. You barter him, you get him to fuck in Haru's social links class. Right. Yosuke. Oh, sorry, Yosuke. Names are very similar. You stop getting confused, right? Your best friend in Persona 4. He is fine. He is okay. My only hot take with Persona 4 is I find him really annoying, especially because yeah, he gets... And the thing is, so we're gonna see this. Like, Kanji is one of my favorite characters in all of video games, but he relentlessly bullies Kanji for liking liking things that aren't traditionally masculine, or like things that are traditionally seen as girly, and yeah, it goes a bit into uncomfortable sort of situations sometimes, where you're still meant to be the good guy. I don't know about this. Fuck Yosuke. Right, now this is Anne's best friend, who one of Anne's big arcs is her recovery after her suicide attempt. He's good. Got put in, again, you don't get a lot of time with her, so I don't feel it's fair to really sort of say this. Oh, who is this guy? He's from Persona 5, I can tell by the art style. I can't really remember, so I'll put him in D, I think. Right, and this character is Anne's rival in modelling. You don't really spend much time with her, so I'm going to put her in C. Actually, no, put her in D. D's like, but that's like, I feel bad putting her, I'll put her top of D. You don't spend a lot of time with her. I think, in fact, the only time you see her is one of Anne's scenes, and she's getting a photo shoot done, and then she turns around and goes, oh, I loved your work in blah blah, you know, that's all you see of her, so you don't really get much time to like or dislike her, you know? She just kind of turns up. The nurse. I have not done this one, so I might be from Persona 4. The art style looks like Persona 4. Can't remember. Oh, Kenji. Your best friend who's not in the fucking C's. Bin. No, low C. I like Kenji. Kenji's a loser. He falls in love with his teacher who clearly doesn't have the same feelings for him. And yeah, Kenji is... Yeah. Then we had this guy. So, I forget his name. He's the head of the art club. Who... It's like, oh, well, he's very Poindexter. He's very traditionally nerd sort of sounding, you know. And yeah, we never looked into his one. Ben. Right, now we have your two boys that are in the sports club in Persona 4, sorry. Both them, I like the stories. I like them, so we'll put them in C. Probably below you and below you. Maybe a top of C. Yeah, I feel that's good. There we go. Now we have the fucking class president of the... What's it called? Is it a student council? Fucking nerd. Put him in there. Again, I've never done this one story. He's the little brother of the character that's killed off at the start. I have never done his social link, so I'm sorry, pal. We got to put you down here. Right. Oh, speaking of student council. Do you have this guy? I forget her name as well. Oh, this is embarrassing. This is really bad. I'm forgetting everyone's name. Buddy's looking for you. I'll pop out in a second. I'm nearly finished. Or so. She's got an alright storyline about her trying to talk to boys and be a bit less nervous. But she's not a storyline that I ever got pure invested in, so yes. This become a lot more C heavy than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be very A heavy. I don't think I've ever done this one. This is Persona 4, isn't it? I've never actually done that one, so I'm gonna put it in there. I skipped your one. He's the kendo meat guy, isn't he? The old man and old lady, I'll put him together. Absolutely adore this storyline about their they run the bookshop and their son used to be a teacher at Gigton High. Unfortunately, he passed away, and then they have a tree in his honour, and the whole storyline's about them just thinking about thinking about their son in the tree and how he arranged it. It's so fucking cute. I love that. So this character is like mean girl archetype, and I've never actually finished her social link. I should probably do that next time I play Persona 4. But I like her personality. She's very, again, I know she softens up later on, but she is very sort of mean girl archetype. So I enjoy what I've seen of her, so I'll put her in there. Yeah, boy, my best pal in Persona 3. Embarrassing that I cannot remember his name. Fuck, this is bad. This is really, really bad. There's a whole thing about it being, be a rival in Kendo, and he's whatever sport you put him in, add on Kendo. But, so he's whatever sport, and he's like your best friend slash rival type character. But he's got this knee injury, and he's trying to struggle through it. It's such a good story. Put him in A. I really liked his story. Oh, your wee music class, pal. Oh, she's so cute. She's like not very good at music, but she really wants to play. She gets a chance to play. She's not like she's so nervous. Oh, it's so fucking good. She's got a wee doot. She plays. It's not trumpet. What is it? She plays. I think it might be saxophone maybe, but her storyline's really good. Put her in A. Yuko, our one true love in Persona 3, because she was our first girlfriend, and then we realised that you can't finish people's storylines without romancing them, so we end up romancing them much more. But Yuko would have been like our one sort of character, but I really like Yuko's storyline about wanting to. She finds that she wants to be a personal trainer and stuff like that, but she ends up helping. You end up just sort of going up her, and then it ends up she's helping these kids train for a race to beat. It's such a good wee story. Chie, I fucking love Chie. Chie is one of my favorite characters in all of Persona. She's one of my favorite party members in any RPG. She's this energetic tomboy who loves martial arts movies, but has no formal training, but is in a fight with a shadow will whip out a big fucking spinning roundhouse. Or a galactic punt, which is one of my favourite abilities, because she just one-shots everything with a massive super kick. So fucking good. A super kick that would make the Young Bucks blush. So fucking good. And she's got a really good story, and I love her relationship with Yukiko. Aye, she is class. Also my main in Persona 4 Arena. Right, now we have, she's the mother who you start talking to after you tutor. Is it? She's the one you tutor your son, or not? Or she's the one that you go to when you do the kindergarten sort of, or after school. I can't remember. Don't remember much about that one. I've never actually done it, so put her in D. She's probably got a good story. I've never actually done that social link. I've started it, but times by accident. Right, now we have the little girl that's hanging about this, the playground or the shrine in Persona 3. D, she's fine. Probably move you up a little bit. Put you above my your mother. Got to Elizabeth. What the fuck? Not Elizabeth. Margaret. Margaret. You remember I said Elizabeth was my favourite of the Velvet Room posts? I lied. Wait, I'm getting confused. This Margaret Elizabeth. That's Elizabeth. That's Margaret. Cool. Margaret. Card game MILF. My favourite. She's class. Then we have Tanaka, the owner of like Tanaka's Fine Goods, who's also a charlatan, and I never finished his social link because he disappeared. Then for that, the Gourmet King. I always thought he was gonna have this moment where you actually like him. Like he's a bit dislikable at the start, but usually quite a lot of Persona social links start like that. They start off a bit dislikable, but then it ends up you're really cool pals with them or whatever, or it ends up you're wrong about them and they're actually pretty cool. But no, he never had that. It went from being this guy who only cares about himself and food and conning people out money, but it ends up he's got a storyline about a brother that passed away, but he goes full psychopath, going like, oh, once we die we'll be in paradise, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? No normal person talks like this. So Gourmet King of the bin. Maybe not below you guys. I don't know if I'd put him that low down. Probably neck and neck with Tanaka. The old monk. Fucking love the old monk who is constantly telling you, get the fuck, kid. Don't come back here, but you come back. And it ends up he is actually like a sort of caring individual who eventually meets up with his son again, gives up the drink. Really like his story. He was really cool. Yukiko, who, funnily enough, boys, at one point during development, Yukiko and Dojima were both in the running to be the killer. There's actually a fan-made visual novel, which is if Yukiko was the killer. But Yukiko's good. She's the heiress of the largest inn in Inaba, and is like, she's got a really good story. She wants to learn to cook. Best pals with Chie, and I feel like both of them are fucking like one of the best versions of our best pals in any game that I've played or any. Fucking love Yukiko. She's going an A. I don't know if I put her in S, but an A. Also, I think she's, excuse me, I think in the Persona, one of the Persona mangas, she's the canon love interest. Right, now we have the writer from Persona 3, who is dying of some sort of weird disease, but you actually talk to him and he learns about life, he learns about like, and he writes a book, and unfortunately, no matter what you do, he still passes away, but you have a lovely moment with his mum, and then it ends up in Persona 4, that book gets published because Nanako's reading it, and he has an amazing story, such an emotional story. He's in the A tier. Fucking adore that story. Ben, you do my tits in. Just because he's a doctor, so I thought, oh, he's gonna be like the science nerd or whatever, he'll sit and talk to you about whatever. No, he's a fucking, like, no offense to anyone that is Wiccan or into witchcraft or magic or anything like that, but he goes big into it, and he has paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs of like nonsense to talk to you, and you just have to go, yep, because I was voicing it, I couldn't escape it. Oh, it was a nightmare. Ben, were you? Your teacher in Persona 3, who ends up is actually your online girlfriend. I really like her character. I really like how she's just comes home, gets steaming from work, and she's so like, she seems so professional at work, but then she's obviously, we talked to her in Innocent Sin Online, she's obviously not, you know. But I really like the sort of dynamic and the fact that, you know, two of them. Could it ended a bit better with going like that she fell in love with your main character? Could it ended a bit better than that? I like the embarrassment of her going, oh wait, I was talking to one of my students. Oh god, that's funny. But the fact she still asks you afterwards, you're like, oh, don't know about that. But I really like her sort of story and her character. So she got put her in B. I like that. I like her. Now who have we got? One of your teachers in Persona 3 who is obsessed with samurai culture, and every time he skips over everything unless talk about the samurai era, he'll be like, right, we're talking about the Stone Age, we need to do this, right, can we skip forward a little bit? Oh, by the way, I found a tangent to talk into samurai stuff. He's pretty funny, I like him. He's very much like a one note joke, but that one note works for me, you know. Put him in C. Are you the same? Oh, I guess it's maybe the Femme MC version. So where did I put you before? Wait. That's the same character. Am I losing my mind? Yeah, that is the same character. Cool. Put them together. Don't know. Oh, Hanako. Hanako deserves something. Like, my favorite game, Persona 4. She is nothing but a fat joke. Hanako deserves better. Everyone's mean to her. Everyone makes fat jokes at her. It's proper mean-spirited. Hanako, you don't know much about her apart from that, so put her in C because I'll put her top of D. She deserves better than being made into nothing but a fat joke. Don't know, you're in Persona 3 Portable. Rise. Fucking love Rise. Rise is class. Put her in S. I'll move this around when I get, but Rise is really good. She's an idol who runs away to Inaba to get away from the press. And she is your group's tracker. She's your group's man in a chair. Is it weird, that term, you know? She's fucking great. She's actually, I think, if they're going to do a Persona 4 adaptation, she's a kind of love interest, I think. Rise is class. I really like Rise. The officer that sells you weapons in Persona 3, again, you don't know much of his character. He's not like your man in Persona 3 who, your man in Persona 5 who you get a storyline with. He's just kind of selling the officer that sells you weapons. I can't put him in D because he's not really got much of a personality outside of I'm a cop who's selling you weapons, you know? Right, now we have the main character, the character that's added in Persona 4 Golden. I'm not actually massive about this character. Put her in B, I'd say. Actually, no. Top C. I know people actually really like her, really hate her. I'm in the middle. She's fine. Her dungeon's not great. But yeah, she's fine. She's not like out of all the stuff that I had in Persona 4 Golden, she's one of my least favorite bits. But Marie's okay. She's not terrible, but she's, you know, I should put her in here. I still like her as a character, but I'm just not. She's not like the game. She's like your main character is like number one sort of. Like the game clearly wants you to romance her. If you know what I mean, like she's clearly like meant to be the canon one, but I just don't see it. If you know what I mean. Because basically she's in the Velvet Room and she's trying to figure out who she is, and you take her out on like different activities and stuff like that, and she's sort of learning about the outside world. It works well, but I'm just not massive. I'm not big on her. She's again probably one of my least favorite Persona 4 characters. Sorry, Marie. Kanji is number one. Kanji is not only my favorite Persona character, he's probably one of my favorite video game characters. I fucking love Kanji. Kanji's whole thing is he is this. Who you think is this biker hooligan, but ends up he's got this massive love for things that aren't seen as traditionally masculine. Loves knitting, loves toys. He's so fucking good. He's such a good character. I fucking adore him. He's great. Comedy relief for like things like, for example, he's the youngest of the group, so he can. So like you're all going your scooters at one point, he's away rushing behind on a bike. It's I fucking love Kanji's. Again, not only one of my favorite Persona characters, he's one of my favorite video game characters in general. Fucking love Kanji. Number one, and also. Naoto. Naoto is, if Kanji's number one, Naoto's number two. I fucking love Naoto. Naoto is a detective who's hunting you down and trying to figure out the case about like who's the murderer and stuff. Ends up coming by, realizing that yous are all entwined in all this, but then you ends up that Naoto's actually being masquerading as a boy because she feels that she wouldn't be respected in her field as a woman. And I love her storyline, trying to struggle with not like her gender, but like her place in like and not being a traditionally, again, Kanji's the whole thing is not being a traditionally masculine man, and Naoto's thing is not being a traditionally feminine woman. Fucking love both their storylines. Fucking adore Kanji and Naoto. The only thing I hate is when I play it, I romanced Naoto and Persona 4 last time when I was doing it on stream, and I felt bad because these two are the most obvious ship you've ever seen, and yeah, I'm so sorry, Kanji. Same Margaret. I don't know why it's different. Maybe it's Teddy. Both versions of Teddy. I really like Teddy. Teddy's a massive sex pest. Put Teddy neck and neck with Morgana. I think Teddy's a bit funnier than Morgana. He didn't get my tits nearly as much as Morgana did, but they're both very good sort of sidekicks. I feel both of them have very emotional storylines that you eventually get into later on and stuff. And I love Pearl. There's a reason that both these are basically Atlas's, mascots. FemMC. I have not actually played through Persona 3 Portable, but they have turned up in other stuff, and I like a FemMC. I actually prefer the female MC over the male main character, so I'll put her here. Put her just above him. There we go. Second Amendment, Yukari. Fucking love Yukari. But I don't know how much of my love for it is like me, like put stuff that we've put on her instead of stuff that is actually written in for her. If you know what I mean. So I'll probably put Yukari in the A tier. Put her there. We'll move this a bit afterwards as well. I guess is a very close. Yeah, Aegis is a very close number 3. I fucking love Aegis. Aegis is my favourite character in Persona 3. Aegis is absolutely class. Her storyline was one of the most emotional, with her trying to learn what it is to be like a human and be less robotic and stuff. And it's so fucking good. Her social link is one of my favourites in Persona. Aegis is class. And also, she's fucking amazing in Persona Arena. Just this walking tank. Aegis is class. Now we have Mitsuru. I really like Mitsuru. I didn't actually finish up her social link because I didn't have time in Persona 3. But I really like her. She's this very sophisticated, well put together. She's very sophisticated, rich. Comes from obviously her family run the Kojo Foundation, I think it is. And she's really fucking cool. She's really good in Persona 4 Arena. Mitsu's really good. Probably neck and neck with Yukari, I think. Also, I really like the relationship they both have with each other. Oh, Yunpei. again, so right, I don't know how much of this is not the character's fault. Yunpei was like is your usual sort of Yusuke type, well, hey lads character, but I don't know how much my enjoyment was taken away from him by the fact he's voiced by a guy who's a wrongin, you know. So I've got to put him. I'm gonna put him. What did I put Yusuke? I'm gonna put him in C. No, put him bottom of C. Yeah. I feel like I had a good arc. Like, actually, no, I can't. I put him in. I'll put him in put him high C. Because he did have a good arc later on where after she passed away, he had this whole thing arc where he was like got to fight for her and stuff and actually became more serious. I like that. Fuka's got a good arc. She's your man in the chair in Persona 3. She's this really shy girl who gets bullied quite a lot, but then actually becomes friends with her bullies after they figure out, you know, she actually becomes more confident, stuff like that. She wants to learn how to cook, but dear God, she's terrible. We never actually finished her social link, but I really liked her character, what I've seen of her, so we'll put her in B. I like Fuka. Akihiko. Akihiko's fucking class. Akihiko's this guy who's just obsessed with fucking fighting and becoming the strongest. But again, he's this sort of rich student who's like a boxer, but then you see him in Persona 4 Arena, and he's turned into fucking Kenshiro. He's a fucking tank. I really like Akihiko. I'll put Akihiko here. And put up at her top of B, I'd say. Ken. Ken was alright. Ken had a good sort of thing where he wanted revenge for his mother and had a whole big thing with your boy here, with big Shinji. Ken, I'd say, is good. I put Ken in, Ken about in high B. Shinji, again, Shinji had a really good arc, and then the thing is, you can romance him in Persona 3 Portable, and if you romance him, spoiler alert, he survives. But unfortunately, in our playthrough, he passed away. But I feel his sort of that sets off like that's about halfway point in the game. But I feel like he sets off when things get really serious stuff. But I like Shinji. I really like Shinji, especially his relationship with Akihiko. That's fucking good. So also he's a fucking stud, so he is. Doug. Fucking love. If your character in a game is a Doug, 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna fucking love him. Your main character episode for a big Yu Narukami. Put you in S. Because I think he's the only MC with who, I think it's because I've watched that anime and there's that many spin-offs that I've played him in and stuff. He's the only one with quite a distinct personality. I like Yu Narukami. He's just the most likable, charming guy, and Yu Narukami's class. Ren, who's your main character from Persona 5, Joker from Phantom Thieves. Put him in A. Again, I feel bad putting Fem MC and male MC down that. That's it. I think Ren has a lot more sort of personality with the way he dresses, the way I know he's meant to be a sort of. I know he's meant to be a blank slate, but I feel like he's got a bit more personality and a bit more to him, you know. Also, his looks in Joker are really cool. And also having a persona based off a famous thief, that's pretty cool. But who else have we got? We're nearing the end of the list. Right, so we've got, forget her name. She's mentioned in Persona 4, but she's in Persona 4 Dancing All Night. I have not played. I've not played it, but I've not played story mode, so yeah, there we go. Who are you? Oh, I don't know who she is, boys, but I'm going to play whatever game she's in. Big MILF energy. I don't know about your question. These two get introduced in Persona Q. Not played enough of Q to know. I played the first bit of Q, but I had to sell it because unfortunately it's worth a wee bit of money. But I'll get around to it eventually on stream. Then we have Labrys, who is in Persona 4 Arena. I fucking love Labrys. She's set up as like a final boss with Shadow Labrys, but she has a big whole storyline. She's like one of the anti-shadow weapons that were made by the Kirijo group in Persona 3. She's really cool. Labrys is turned to a bit of a fan fight, so I'll put her in B. I like Labrys. Now we have he's the main bad guy from Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, which is a mouthful. Oh god, don't know where to put him. I've not actually played the story mode, so I'll put him in question mark. And there we go. That is every major character in Persona 3, 4, and 5. And we'll quickly scroll up. So we have a question mark one here, which we don't actually know. Again, these are social links I've not done or characters I've forgot about. So we'll slowly scroll up. We have the bottom of the barrel here, which, again, we got some characters that I've actually, like, I'm sure some of these characters are good, but I've not actually went and done their storylines in detail, and then there's just people in the bottom of the barrel. And we got our C tier, B tier. C's not bad tier. C, like, everyone from C upwards is good, basically. And then we have the top tier. The toppest of the top. I feel that's a good one, so if we go top 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, top 6. So we have Doug, Chie, Adachi, Aigis, Naoto, and the best of all boys, Kanji. And there we go, boysies. That has been my Persona character tier list.